Everyone, it's Miss O'Donnell. So today we're gonna do the graphing of our actual design. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how I made mine. Remember, mine was a parallelogram with an isosceles triangle. So I'm gonna show you how I did mine. You're gonna do yours. Instead of doing my shapes, you're gonna make your own. So if you had like a rectangle and a square, you're gonna draw those. If you had like a parallelogram and a square, you're gonna draw that. So you can take some time, think about how you want yours to look. If you want it to be like a roof or a window, make sure you're thinking about that. You can play around. You can go in any of these quadrants. I recommend staying in the positives because it'll make your math a little bit easier when we're doing our proofs. So here's how I made my shape. You're going to come over to the plus, just like we did before. Click table. I'm going to add both shapes. So I'm going to do two different tables. The first one's going to be my parallelogram. My second one's going to be my isosceles triangle. So we got to do the thing where we create lines. So I clicked on the little gear again. I'm going to go over and click on this dot, click lines. I'm going to make my parallelogram purple. Then I'm going to click on my red, turn on lines, and I'm going to make my triangle blue. You can do whatever colors you want. They can be the same colors, whatever you're feeling. The most important part is that you click lines on both of those. Make sure lines is on. That's going to connect to your points. So for my parallelogram, my points started at 4, 0. So you can put yours wherever you want. You absolutely do not need to follow the same ones as me. And then I had 12, 0. So I have my bottom of my parallelogram, and parallelograms are slanted rectangles. So I want to make sure that I'm not going straight up. I'm going on a slant. So I'm going to go to 14, 4. And you can play around, like you can delete points. If you subtract those, they'll just go away. So you can try different things until you get something that works. And then I had 6, 4. The big thing is once you get your points, you got to make sure you connect your last point back to the beginning. So your last set of coordinates should always be the ones you started with. So I started with 4, 0. So I'm going to end with 4, 0. So make sure that your shape is closed. So there's my parallelogram. Now I want to give a roof. So I'm going to make a roof up here for my isosceles triangle. So I'm going to start, I want my roof to go across the top of my parallelogram. So I'm going to start with this point right here, which was 6, 4. And then I'm going to go across to this point, which is 14, 4. Now I want to go up. I'm going to go somewhere in the middle here. I want it to be a tall roof. So my next point I'm going to make at 10, 10. So now my roof coming up. I got to go back. So triangles only have 3 points. I have to finish it. So I want to go back to where I started, which was at 6, 4. 6, 4. So now I've got my building. So here's my building and my roof, my two different shapes. Remember, you cannot do the exact same shape as me. You also can't do the exact one as anyone else. So make sure you're coming up with something unique. You can make it really big, really small. You can make it in these other quadrants if you want to, but I recommend starting or keeping them in the positive, positive. You can start at 0, 0, right? Anything you want to do. So go ahead and create your two shapes. Make sure the lines are turned on. Make sure that you don't have any lines going through the middle. Make sure you go around, put all your points in the right order. If I were to switch the order, I would have some crooked lines going everywhere. So once you're satisfied, you can change the colors, whatever you want it to look like. We're going to upload it just like we did before. So we're going to share our graph, export image. Right, you keep it at medium square. You can pick any of these that you want. I like it. This one. I'm going to download it. Desmos Graph 9. Go to your exit ticket. So what are your two shapes? Make sure you choose two. So I did a parallelogram and an isosceles triangle. So I'm going to click both of them. Only pick two, the two that you drew. Then I'm going to add my file. Select files from your drive. Remember, it's probably in the downloads. Here it is up here, Desmos Graph 9. I'm going to open it and then click upload. And then if you want to check, if you click on that, there is a picture of my building. All right, so then make sure you submit, and then you're good to go. So you're drawing your two shapes. Make sure that they are unique. Make sure you turn the lines on. Make sure you upload it to your exit ticket. If you have any questions, just send me an email or join me for office hours today from 12 to 1.